Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. So it looks like China has stopped buying soybeans from United States, and total order so far this year from China has reached zero, absolutely zero, guys, and it's totally freaking out all the farmers in United States and freaking out Trump as well. So before I continue this video, don't forget to like and share and try and watch the video to the end. It really helps the algorithm. So without further ado, let's carry on with the show. The farmers are absolutely being panicked because of the lack of China buying their soybeans. China was their biggest customer by far. We're talking about a market between 12 billion and 20 billion. Used to be around 25 billion before Trump's first term. And I don't know if you guys remember, in Trump's first term, he started a trade war with China. And because of that, China stopped buying US soybeans in the first term. And since then, it's been increasing. Obviously, Biden came in and China started buying more and more soybeans from United States. And in Trump's second term, Trump's added all these tariffs. Do you remember the time when Trump started a tariff of 145% or 150% and completely destroyed the trade between the two countries? It was not worth buying any American goods with 145% tariffs. And he also put off a lot of businesses in China as well, because buying from United States is not a stable environment to buy products from. You don't know when Trump's going to wake up one day and he's going to add the tariffs 150%, 160%, or he's going to turn back the clock and, go back. You just don't know what Trump's going to do from one day to the next. The Chinese love working in a stable environment where they know where things are from one day to the next. They know how things are going to be from tomorrow to the next day. They want stability. They don't want, you know, complete chaos like Trump is doing right now. Even now, China and United States have not agreed on a trade deal, by the way. Trump keeps increasing his 3 months deadline. Every 3 months, he keeps increasing it. And China's not going to back down, and neither will Trump by the looks of it. So this thing will still go on, and and China has got other markets. They don't need the United States anymore. They got Brazil is providing them with all the soybeans they need. Plus, it's cheaper with Brazil, and also Brazil is a BRICS country, so they can trade amongst themselves with their own currency. They can trade with the Chinese yuan, or they can trade with the Brazilian currency as well. And also, they are buying soybeans from other countries like Argentina, South Africa, and also from Russia as well. Now, I want to also show you this article. Even China is increasing its soybean output every single year. From 2020 to 2024, output has reached 20.65 million tons, which increased up to 4% in only 4 years. From 2020 to 2024, the self-sufficiency of output has gone up by 4%. This will keep going up, by the way, because China has realized United States is not a stable partner. Before Trump's first term, China was happy to buy soybeans as much as America need, as much as America can sell them soybeans, and they were happy to buy. China wasn't really interested in having its own self-sufficiency output at the time. Then it was a big shock for China when Trump started announcing all these tariffs and sanctions on China. So since then, China had to be self-sufficient in everything, not only semiconductors, but also with food and energy and things like that. So it was Trump's first term that forced China to become like this, to become self-sufficient. You cannot rely on America on any goods at all whatsoever. So Trump should be totally at blame for this. So imagine 4% from going from 2020 to 2024. This will increase From 2024 to 2030, I believe it could go up to 10%. And mainly because China has been building a north or the south to north water diversion, which means they are transferring lots of water from the south of China into the northern parts of China. The north part of China has been always very dry, and that's where all the deserts are. And the deserts have been growing in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. But China has been making lots of inroads, greening those lands. And in order to green those lands more, they obviously need more water. They need better farming conditions. They need more, obviously, more fertilizer. So China has been greening up lots of deserts in the north of China, and these deserts are turning into farmlands. And China's been doing this for decades now, and the fruits of their labor is only just starting to come into effect. And give it another 5, 10 years, and you will see a lot more greenery around the northern parts of China. So lots of deserts are going to start turning green, and this is going to be great news for China. They can be more self-sufficient in their farming, and they won't need to buy all sorts of goods from other countries and soybeans from United States and stuff like that. And they can be an export country when it comes to food. So imagine if the Tibetan dam that they are building right now, imagine they pump lots of water from that dam into Xinjiang, and then a lot more farmers and farm fields are opening up all in the west of China as well. China can easily become a food export country. They used to be a food import country because obviously of the high population, and lots of northern parts of China was uninhabitable for farmlands. So now things are changing. China is slowly changing. They're becoming more and more self-sufficient. A lot more deserts are turning green. A lot more water is going into, dry areas, and a lot more farmers are start opening up their farm fields and opening up their businesses in northern parts of China. And the northern parts of China is a huge area as well, huge amounts of land. So there's so much potential there, and yeah, things are looking good. So I don't think China will ever go back to American soybeans anymore. Those farmers will have to get a bailout from Trump. And I remember when they got a bailout from Trump in his first term. But the difference between his first term and now, first term, America had a lot more money, and unfortunately, right now, with the economic crisis, with the cost of inflation, and Trump is really struggling to make money in United States, especially with his tariffs and stuff. It's just an act of desperation. I don't think he's got the money to bail out the farmers this time. Let me know what you think. But if he does bail out the farmers, that means he's going to have to, bail them out with more debt. And that's just going to end up hurting the taxpayers even more and American people because they're going to have to pay for it with inflation or taxes. So I don't think people are going to be too happy with the way that things are going. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.